relationship the Gunn people continue to have and will always have with this land. My parliamentary colleagues, the Honourable Zoe Beddison, Minister for Tourism and Multicultural Affairs, the Honourable Joe Thockarch, who you heard from most recently, Minister for Trade and Investment and a range of other things. My good friend, the Honourable Jim Lee, and her wonderful husband Eddie, who are here with us this morning. Jing and I were elected to the Parliament together in 2010. We have shared many opportunities over the last 15 and a half years to share time with the Hindu community in South Australia and along with many other multicultural communities in South Australia. I also want to recognise another local elected representative who's here in the room with us this morning, Councillor Jags Lakhani from the Campbelltown Council. Jags is a prime example of what we hope to achieve in South Australia as a multicultural community where we inspire and encourage people to come here, build their lives here, and bring the best of their culture. Jags is a Hindu South Australian who now owns a small business. He's worked very hard for his life. He represents part of the area I represent through the Campbelltown Council as one of our local representatives. And Jags, it's great to see you here this morning. I apologise if there are any other elected representatives who I've missed. I think it's really important that representatives from around the community and government are here to welcome you this morning. The Liberal Party and the Labor Party, the parties of government, opposition and minor parties, and independents, we may run against each other at elections, but we stand as Team South Australia when it comes to valuing the events such as this. And the relationship that South Australia has with the World Hindu Economic Forum, I think will only grow in the years ahead, and I'm very glad that it has been brought here. So I want to begin by congratulating Rajendra Pandey and all of the organisers, the chairman, all of the committees who are involved for bringing this prestigious global gathering to our wonderful city. To the distinguished guests, international delegates, business leaders from around Australia, around the world, welcome to Adelaide, welcome to South Australia. We're proud to host you. Now, I talked a bit about bipartisanship, and I'm going to reflect on a couple of bipartisan things. I want to start by echoing in a bipartisan fashion the call from Minister Beddison. For those who have not been to Adelaide before, or those who are enjoying our beautiful city, if you can have an extra day or two to a trip, make sure you do. There is so much to appreciate and enjoy in and around our city, and I hope you will. But back to this forum, it's an incredible platform, bringing together entrepreneurs, investors, policymakers and change makers with the common mission to foster prosperity through enterprise, innovation and ethical wealth creation. The theme of this year's forum, Innovation and Entrepreneurship for Sustainability and Prosperity, is very timely and I will return to it. It's a very strong program. You have speakers from leaders, business, civil society dialogue, but they create opportunities. And when we contemplate the opportunities that exist from our point of view here in South Australia, it's very hard to look past. In fact, it's impossible to look past our relationship with, of course, the country that has the largest Hindu population in the world, that is in India, of course. I just acknowledge Senator the Honourable Andrew McLaughlin, who is one of those speakers later on in the program, and Deputy President of the Senate and the great representative for our state. I'll continue. To reflect on that relationship with India, India is one of South Australia's most significant and fastest growing economic partners. Trade between our regions is strong, it's growing. India is South Australia's fourth largest export market and growing, with over $1 billion a year in exports each year, and we would like to see that grow. We would like to see the growth with the other countries, of course, represented through the WHE as well. So back to your theme, empowering growth, prosperity, innovation and sustainability. It's so much more than trading goods, it's about people. And some of those sectors where the people trade is so important. Think about India is the #1 source of international students for South Australia, which is a wonderful achievement, something we're very proud of. It is Indian visitors and visitors to South Australia, our 5th largest source for tourists and growing. I think much of that is driven by the incredibly strong Indian and Hindu community here in South Australia. Some 30,000 Hindus in South Australia, and that welcome nature to encourage people to come here and appreciate what we have to offer is something that the rest of us greatly value. It contributes enormously to our economy, but importantly enriches our communities and our economy. Those numbers don't reflect the economic impact, which is amplified by the high level of education, in entrepreneurship, innovation, and commitment that the community provides. It also highlights, I've always thought that if you are doing well in a sector, then that is often the area where you can get the best growth by leaning into it. That highlights the untapped potential that can be further explored. And I'm really pleased, as a Liberal Party representative, to know that we have bipartisan support for something the Labor Party also wants to see. I know Jean Lee has been talking about this for many years. We'd love to see an increase in direct flights from South Australia to South Asia, and India in particular. Anything we can do to support that will be supported. It's a move that supercharges trade, tourism and education. It's greater connectivity leads to greater collaboration. This forum also highlights key themes where the two regions have clear alignment: technology, education, sustainability and healthcare. In technology, South Australia for a number of years has been leading in space, defence and cyber security. Not a kilometre from here, east along North Terrace, you can come to Lot 14, a hub of innovation and entrepreneurship. And it's one where the Australian Space Agency is located. The Australian Cyber Collaboration Centre is located. Enormous thriving opportunities for startups in South Australia, many of which have international ties. The global innovators in autonomous systems and AI, the Australian Institute for Machine Learning is based at Adelaide University. And I know that we have Professor Jess Gallagher from Adelaide University on a program later this afternoon as part of the education session. India's achievements, of course, in space and digital infrastructure are remarkable, extraordinary endeavours that are regularly making news here in Australia as well. So I'm confident that together we can build partnerships that drive progress and shared prosperity. Going back to education, we're very proud of our world-class institutions in South Australia. We have 3 of the world's leading universities. Next year it will be 2, but 2 of those 3 are continuing. 2 of them are merging, and that will create the largest educator of domestic students with an extraordinary outlook, as does Flinders University, towards encouraging people from around the world to come to here, Adelaide, South Australia. We're very proud of those universities, also our research institutions, also our registered training providers that are engaging in the international student market. Thousands of Hindu students chosen to come to study here in South Australia, and we're very grateful for that. From India, from Nepal, from Australian Hindu communities and beyond. We'd like to deepen those links. We'd like to give more young people from around the world more opportunities to learn and thrive here in South Australia, but also for more South Australian students to lift their gaze beyond the horizons that they're familiar with and explore the opportunities to embed educational learning, cultural learning through studies overseas. I note, as I say, that you have a session this afternoon where you've got representatives, not just Deputy Vice-Chancellor Gallagher from Adelaide University, the new institution starting next year, but also from the University of South Australia and Delhi University. I'm sure it'll be a fascinating session. On sustainability, South Australia, as has been said, is a global leader in renewable energy, with over 60% of our electricity coming from wind and solar. Ambitious clean energy goals, as highlighted in the WHDF program, demonstrate the enormous scope for collaboration. These are goals that are shared not just by the World Economic Forum and South Australia, but of course by most, if not all, of the countries that are represented by delegates today. In health, both South Australia and India have thriving medical and biotech sectors. Joint ventures, research partnerships, investments in medtech can benefit both of our economies and our people. These efforts, as I've said, are backed by strong bipartisan support. South Australia, both the government, the opposition, independents such as Jim Lee and our minor parties share a deep commitment to growing ties with India. Anyone considering investing in South Australia can do so confident in the long, sustainable political will in this state to support that investment and those growing ties. The trade mission led by Minister Sokach just recently to India was supported and participated in by a representative from the Sharda cabinet from the Liberal Party as well. South Australia is open for business, and we really value the World Hindu Economic Forum as a key part in building a more prosperous, innovative and sustainable future. So, for all of you here today, thank you for being part of this important forum. Thank you for coming to South Australia, and may it be the beginning for new partnership, fresh ideas, stronger ties. On behalf of Vincent Tarzi, leader of the Liberal Party, we look forward to working with you in business, in trade, in travel, in tourism, in friendship. Thank you. Dhanbad.
Thank you, Honourable John Gardner, for sharing your thoughts and for your presence here today. To formally thank our distinguished speakers, are now